Hello, fourth and fifth graders. We are ending the book Be a Perfect Person in just 3 days. This is the last chapter. And again, this book is by Stephen Maines, if you wanted to follow along or if you want to get it. So this is chapter 6. Remember Milo, he had to fast, and then the next thing he could do nothing, and he wasn't supposed to sleep, and he fell asleep for a few seconds, and now he's like, oh my gosh, I did all that, and now I'm not going to be perfect. He's super worried about it. Milo was shattered. All that work, and now he would never be perfect. At first, he thought he would start over with day 1 with the broccoli, but he decided it would be useless. And there was no sense trying to pretend he'd never fallen asleep. Dr. Silverfish would realize exactly what he was up to. Milo picked up the book. Dr. Silverfish looked at him with a knowing smile. Milo did not smile back. He just opened it up. Congratulations! You are perfect. What more is there to say, unless by some strange chance you did not follow my instructions precisely, in which case, turn the page. Milo felt awful, but he turned the page anyway. Congratulations! You are not perfect. It is ridiculous to want to be perfect anyway, but then everybody's ridiculous sometimes, except perfect people. You know what perfect is? Perfect is not eating or drinking or taking or talking or moving a muscle or making even the teensiest mistake. Perfect is never doing anything wrong, which means never doing anything at all. Perfect is so boring. Suddenly, Milo remembered that auditorium full of perfect people. He brightened a little and he turned the page. So you're not perfect. Wonderful. Have some fun. Eat things that give you bad breath. Trip over your own shoelaces. Laugh. Let somebody else laugh at you. Perfect people never do these things. All they do is sit around and sip weak tea and think about how perfect they are. And they're not really 100% perfect anyway. You should see them when they get the hiccups. Milo smiled. He could just imagine a whole auditorium full of perfect hiccupers. Phooey! Who needs 'em? You could drink pickle juice and imitate gorillas and do silly dances and sing stupid songs and wear funny hats and be as imperfect as you please and still be a good person. Good people are hard to find anyway, and they're a lot more fun than perfect people any day of the week. Milo was feeling a little bit better. He turned the page. Well, this is the last page, so in conclusion, I say to you, thanks for tuning in. That's all till next time. Be good. If you still want to be perfect, go back to page 1 and start over. You are obviously a slow learner. And now I must be going. One of my Venus flytraps seems to be attacking my most unusual toothpick. Goodbye. P.S. Be sure to watch for my new book, Make $4 billion by next Thursday. Milo closed the book. It was hard to tell, but Mr. Silverfish almost seemed to be winking at him from the back cover. Milo went downstairs. His dad was in the living room reading the paper. Milo, he exclaimed, what are you doing down here? I fell asleep, Milo said. I just woke up. You mean to say you won't be perfect after all? Milo grinned. I guess not. Maybe it's just as well, said his father. I don't know if I could stand living with a perfect person. What do you mean? Alyssa said, coming downstairs. I'm perfect. You sure are, Milo said, perfectly obnoxious, and we can't stand living with you. Ducking the roller skate Alyssa threw at him, Milo laughed and went into the kitchen. He fixed himself a breakfast of pickles and salami. Oh. He whistled a silly tune he'd made up. He made horrible faces at himself in the living room mirror, and he felt human again. Milo found his mom and got her to drive him to the baseball field just in time for the game. Any other day he would have wished that he hadn't. He dropped a fly ball for the triple, he let a grounder skip through his legs for the home run, and he struck out with the bases loaded. His teammates got angry with him, and even the manager looked very annoyed. Normally, Milo would have been upset with himself, but today he was calm. Nobody's perfect, he said with a shrug, and then he went out and made a brilliant catch of a long fly ball. It wasn't enough to save the game for his team, but it did feel good. If you've never dropped a ball or struck out, baseball would seem to be as boring as sipping weak tea. That afternoon, Milo took Dr. Silverfish's book back to the library. He was through with perfection for good. A few weeks later, one of his classmates came to school with a stalk of broccoli dangling from his neck. A perfect person might have given her a few words of helpful advice. Not Milo. He just took a bite of his garlic and stinky cheese sandwich and wiped up the mustard that dribbled down his chin and didn't say a word. And that's the end of this silly, silly book. All right, next week I'm going to be deciding which book. If you guys have books that you would like me to read, you can email me at my email. It's ghaas@solvingschool.org. And let me know which books you guys want to read. Otherwise, I'm going to pick one from the Battle of the Books list if I don't hear from anybody. But let me know because I'd be willing to read whatever you guys want. It'd be fun. All right, I hope you guys have a great week. Bye. Oh, wait, I will be at the library Monday through Friday, 8:30 to now 2 o'clock. If you guys would like to come and get a book, that'd be great. I would love to see you. Okay, bye.